Oh, good afternoon, good evening. Well, this is a wonderful turnout. This is very exciting, and so happy to have you all here tonight. Yes, I know this is our 18th award ceremony, and you have all been working so hard in the community for 18 years, and boy, does it show. So thank you. Thank you very much. So thank you. This evening is all about you, the volunteers, and all the partners who are working so diligently to make Sullivan County come alive as it's been doing. So thank you ever so much. And we'd like to start the program with Norman Graves, who's from the New Beginnings Community Worship Center, and he's going to be singing for us, God Bless America. Norman? Yeah. Thank you, Norman. Thank you, Norman. Thank you very much.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans wide with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Oh, thank you, Norman. That was beautiful, and it's getting us off to a rousing start. Tonight is a wonderful celebration. We're giving out more than $500,000 in grants and scholarships tonight. So. And the best part of that, it goes to our community, all in Sullivan County, and to continue all your efforts. I just wanted to mention that we are tightening up the program tonight, and we're going to be more efficient in time, and we're going to start, and we're going to do away with my remarks right off the bat. And we're going to start with a wonderful film that really, we want to thank all our volunteers because all your hard work, and that we're here celebrating tonight. So we have a film that we'd like to show you. So thank you.
I volunteer because I want to. As a child, if I would look back, I was brought up on a farm, raising every type of animal in the world. I had chores, I had to do them. It was going to feed us, it was going to clothe us, so we all had to do exactly what it is. So
survival depended upon cooperation among the various members of the community. You depended upon your neighbor for that survival.
Many people came to Sullivan County, many people came to the United States, many people came to New York with hope in their heart. This is all they had, hope. No money, no nothing, just the hope. And the whole history of Sullivan County is like that. People cut the trees, people made farms.
You're not born into this world to do it on your own. And when people volunteer, they meet each other, they expand their horizons. And it isn't just about people who are gifted. It's about people who are giving. You don't have to be brilliant. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to make a difference around here. It's the fact that people have heart and soul.
And just seeing that and feeling that, just having that feel of making a difference.
And kind of with a common mission, accomplish things that individually would never happen. When you're involved as a volunteer, you have a reason to get up in the morning.
When I get older, I know I'm definitely going to want to volunteer, just the way it makes me feel and the way it makes others feel.
And I think the volunteers that have quickly run to the rescue to make those communities beautiful, to not only make our main streets lovely, but to make them almost artwork.
And that really is what volunteerism is. It's about passion and it's about action. How am I a good person in my community?
The community thrives on volunteers. Most of the people that serve on committees in town government are volunteers. And just about everything you look at in the community that's good, all these things are based on strong volunteerism.
But I look at a group of young people that are coming up, and they've been educated. People who are teaching them, like teach them how to put a vegetable in the ground and how much dirt to put over it and making sure they water it every day. We have a group of older folks in our community. They can't get in the dirt and plant, but what the children did was they plant their beds for them, and they would harvest it and take it to their home so they could eat. That's a great thing.
And you start to take that whole tapestry of all these beautiful communities and all the work that the volunteers have done, and you start to look at the parks that have been created through these acts of volunteerism. And you see these individual projects, one as beautiful as the next, one as innovative as the next one. And I think every single person that's had their hand in the dirt or trimming or planting has made this all possible.
It starts to take over the fiber of who you are, and it brings great value to your life.
That when we create communities where there's a certain sense of recognition and people know each other and they see each other and they say hello to each other.
So that's what civic engagement is. It's taking the small steps to make your community a better place. Because civic engagement is not a chore, it's the bedrock on which good communities are built.
It is the soul of Sullivan County, who we are, and this is how we are. 1,010 square miles of caring, love, and people who really put their time in.
You can get paid to do that type of work, but I think when you volunteer and know you're going to help someone and make their day better.
There's so much more that we can do than we can ever do by ourselves. And in that doing, we create deep, deep bonds of affection for each other. And that affection changes our spirits. It changes things from being alone and afraid to being joyful and together.
And if we can just inspire that constant sense of giving across the lines of life and across the diversity of community and through the generations, there's no end to what we can do.
The attitudes of people here that are shifting towards more community pride is one reason I'm strongly considering coming back to Sullivan County after I finish college, because I do love where I live and I want to remain here and hopefully starting the rest of my life and my career here.
There is nothing else in your life that will provide the kind of feeling that you get from doing something for someone else.
And it makes our country and our community what it is. I think without volunteers, we wouldn't have the democracy or the civic engagement that we do have.
I can only hope to instill my dad's passion for his town and his area, which was unwavering. Even in the darkest of times, he never ever bought into Sullivan County being anything other than an amazing place to be and live.
There's one purpose in life, and that purpose in life is really to serve those that are around us.
That's the thing we need to say more often is thank you for what you did.
There are a lot of people here who love you and need you and want you.
You are so important. You are the best example for every one of us. And we appreciate you so much for what you do. And if we never get to tell you, let me tell you now, thank you. Thank you so much for making Sullivan County so beautiful.
Yes, from the bottom of our heart, we thank thank you for everything that you do, and Sullivan County is so lucky to have you. And I want to thank Isaac Diebold for producing this film from his company Engine, and he produced it and also performed the music with it. So Isaac, are you here? But thank you, oh, there you are. Thank you, Isaac. It was wonderful. I would just like to take a moment to introduce to you Senator Bonasek, who has been a wonderful friend of Sullivan Renaissance, of all the volunteers and communities, and Sullivan County as a whole. Whenever we need him, he's always there for us. He'll soon be retiring, and I would just love for you to give him a welcome applause. Senator Bonasek. Yeah, thank you, my dear.
Good shock.
You are.
Oh, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. I want to thank Renaissance, especially Sandra and Alan, for being great humanitarians in giving back. I remember the struggles 18 years ago when things were tough here. And there wasn't much money for the awards, but we had volunteers, great volunteers like we have today. I loved being your senator. It was an honor and a privilege for me. I would do it all over again if I had the chance. But I just want to introduce you to someone that I'd like you to meet tonight, Annie Rabbit. Please stand up, Annie. Let me conclude by saying thank you for your humor, your wisdom, your friendship. But most of all, thank you for the memories. I will miss you all. Thank you.
This is just a new phase in Senator Bonasek's life. We will see him a lot here in Sullivan County. Thank you, Senator Bonasek. To continue with the program, we have lots of fun things tonight. I would like to introduce our amazing Executive Director, Denise Frangipani.
Hello. Good evening, welcome, congratulations, and thank you. Tonight is really all about you, all of our volunteers who've come together over this season, and we know how hard you've been working because the results are so clear and so obvious. Sullivan County looks so beautiful, and that is really to your credit, and thank you. There are so many people to thank who help us behind the scenes to make this happen. Recently, over the last few days, we've been spending time with our judges, many of whom have been with us from the beginning, if not for a very long time, and they say, it's a well-oiled machine. And it might seem that way, right? And that's, thank you for thinking that. But there is so much that happens behind the scenes that you need to know about. And most of that is captured in this beautiful section, which I hope you will take with you and take home. There are so many folks that we wanted to thank for being part of the work that we get to do. First, certainly our elected officials who are here with us this evening, who came out from their busy days because they also believe in the power of the work that you're doing. Some of those will be recognized on the stage this evening because they're actually part of the program. But we had members from the Sullivan County Legislature. I know I saw Joe Perello, I saw Iris Steingart, I also saw Louis Alvarez. Of course, Mr. Alvarez featured in our film. And if I've missed anyone else, it's been a very busy evening. So thank you for being here from our Sullivan County Legislature. I like to think of Renaissance not so much as a well-oiled machine, because that sounds too easy, but we're sort of like a symphony. And there are many parts that make the symphony as beautiful as it is. And so we pride ourselves on collaboration. And the work that we do in the community, we partner with several groups, such as Cornell Cooperative Extension. I know I saw the folks from Cornell in the room. Could you ladies wave so we can see Colleen and Wanda and Melinda and Sue Ann? Our friends from Sullivan County Planning, I saw Freda here, and Cassandra, and Shannon, and Jill. Sullivan County Planning still with us? Yes. We also partner with the Center for Workforce Development and Sullivan County Personnel to bring us our internship program, which you'll hear about later on as well. So without those partnerships, so much of the work that we do would be that much more difficult, and certainly we wouldn't accomplish what we do. We have new partners every single year that we return to, and certainly the Sullivan County Legislature and Sullivan County government offices have really risen to the work of the volunteers as well, so thank you. Our steering committee, many of whom you'll hear tonight on the stage, it is the backbone of what we do. They help us with our grant review. They come out to the communities and visit projects. They keep us in check occasionally and help us see where we need to focus some more of our work. So our Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee members who are here, we'd like to give you a round of applause as well. And finally, really the behind-the-scenes work gets done by the staff. And I am so lucky to work with an amazing team, and I want to thank Sandra and Alan for helping to build this incredible team that we have at Sullivan Renaissance. So we don't get to thank them often, and I want to just call them out, if you'll bear with me just a moment. Of course, you know the beautification team, right? You've heard them and you've visited with them. Diana Wiener, our horticulture program manager. Carmela Hugel, who we introduced last year, our horticulture coordinator. And you may have seen Rush Schreier and Gabe Corsillo, I promise I'd say his name correctly, out there and about in the most unsuspecting places like Exit 104, the Sullivan County Airport. Could you gentlemen please stand up so we can give you a round of applause for all of your hard work? Where are they? Anne Louise Scandariato has brought our volunteer program and our internship program to a completely different level. And if the interns would just give her a huge cheer in the volunteer corps, let's hear it for Anne Louise. Colleen Emery has been with us forever, our project coordinator, and also some of the work behind the scenes and working on our healthy community initiatives. Colleen, you want to wave to Colleen? Okay. Kathleen Capizzoli keeps us in check when it comes to the budget. Right? You've met her recently as you've been turning in your binders. Our fiscal manager, Kathleen Capizzoli. The woman behind the curtain, Corey Dame. Corey is an incredible talent. We're so lucky to have her and all the work that she does. Our Assistant Director and Community Planner Extraordinaire, Helen Budrock. Where's Helen? And on staff, Christy Turbush. Christy is amazing. Christy takes your calls, make sure you have coffee, make sure that we all stay on track, make sure nothing skips a beat. Christy Turbush keeps us going. And then, of course, Alan Frischman, our seasonal community consultant. And I am very happy this evening to introduce you to the newest member of our team. We're super excited to welcome as our neighborhood revitalization coordinator, Juan Journet. Juan, where are you, Juan? Juan, there he is. So thank you, and thank you for allowing us the opportunity to do that, because we have an incredible group. They've been cheering you on this entire time, and they're super excited about the rest of this evening's program, so thank you. At this time, I'd like to, thank you. Sorry. I'd like to invite up the president of our community college, Mr. Jay Quaintance, who will begin the program with our scholarship awards.
Good evening, everyone. SUNY Sullivan is very, very proud to have such a great relationship with Sullivan Renaissance, and it really takes many, many forms, from our work in the Hope Farm Gardens with our hoop houses, to the landscaping around the college, to plants that we try to keep college looking pretty so that when people come to school they feel a sense of pride of place, which sometimes can really make a difference for a person in how they progress. This year, the SUNY Sullivan Foundation is pleased to award our Sullivan Renaissance Scholarship to a student who has spent her summer working hard as a Sullivan Renaissance intern to help keep our campus beautiful. Amanda Workmeister is a graduate of Tri-Valley High School who is majoring in environmental studies here at SUNY Sullivan. This past spring, Amanda participated in a new course offering that we're hoping to integrate further into some of the fabric of some of our other degree programs. The course is called The Care of Public Spaces, and it really provides students an opportunity to learn about what does it take to be the ideal Renaissance volunteer in some senses, but really to operate at that level of sense of pride of place. How do we integrate the lives of people who live in these places and take care of those places so that they remain inviting and a place for really the community to feel pride of. This is where she learned about this opportunity at the college, the internship opportunity, and I'm thrilled that she was assigned to our campus. Under the guidance of Kathy Scullion, Amanda has been doing an amazing job, and I have to attest, I've seen her out on campus every day this summer doing something amazing, taking care of plants, making sure that our indoor herbs are well tended, our potted flowers around campus, our community garden, Hope Farm. In Kathy's words, Amanda has been a wonderful intern who has gone above and beyond. She learns quickly and works independently and anticipates what needs to be done. She's a meticulous planter and weeder, and anybody who's ever done any gardening knows that weeding is the glorious job, but is absolutely necessary. And she does all of this with a smile. And here are some of Amanda's own words about her experiences on campus. I've always wanted to be part of a larger cause, and I wanted to work with others who share my passion. Through Sullivan Renaissance, I've been able to experience this dream and have gained so much in knowledge this summer. I've been introduced to so many wonderful people that I might not have met otherwise. The people who come and visit the garden or see me tending the potted plants are interested in learning, and they are thankful for the work that I'm doing. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to educate others and to be able to care for a space that people can visit and enjoy nature. Perhaps it will even motivate others to be more involved in the community. Every day is different here, and that is what I love. I am so grateful for this incredible experience. Please join me in welcoming Amanda Workmeister to the stage and congratulating her on her $1,000 Sullivan Renaissance Scholarship. Moving things along, I would like to invite Elizabeth Rowley from the Community Foundation of Orange and Sullivan to the stage.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Elizabeth Rowley, President and CEO of the Community Foundation of Orange and Sullivan, and I'm joined by Michelle Hathaway, our Director of Development at the Foundation. Sullivan Renaissance partners with the Community Foundation to offer a donor-advised scholarship fund. This fund provides scholarship opportunities for a college of students' choice to participants in Sullivan Renaissance who have made a significant volunteer contribution to a 2018 project. Last week, Michelle joined our board member and advisory committee member, Jerry Skoda, to review scholarship applications on behalf of the Sullivan Renaissance Fund. It is my pleasure to present to you the 2018 scholarship recipients. If I could ask them all to come on stage, please. So we're going to put you on the spot for a moment, but if you could just introduce yourselves and tell us where you're going to school this fall.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Matulowicz. I'm from the town of Neverthink, and I'm going to SUNY Cobleskill.
Hi, I'm Morgan Mitchell. I'm from the town of Thompson, and I'm attending University at Buffalo.
Hi, I'm Hunter Ferrero. I'm from the town of Thompson, and I'm going to be attending Wilkes University.
Hello, I'm Nathaniel DePaul. I'm from Livingston Manor, and I'll be attending SUNY Albany.
Hello, I'm Christian Serapio, and I'll be attending SUNY Delhi.
Hi, I'm McKinley Burnett from town of Calhoun, and I'll be attending Marywood University.
All right, congratulations, students, and all the best in your studies. Thank you, everyone.
Now in its 5th year, the Community Mitzvah Award Program engages seasonal camps and bungalow colonies in a friendly competition challenging them to spruce up their grounds and address a variety of aesthetic issues that are unique to each location. Please join me in welcoming Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee member Rabbi Larry Zeeler and Chrissy Walsh of Thompson Sanitation to introduce this year's participants.
I just have to say a mazel tov to Sullivan Renaissance, sort of a rabbinic role, because this is your 18th year, which represents Chai, life. And so my blessings are for this program to be able to see much more life in the years to come. But I just didn't want to let the opportunity escape us to recognize this signature event or this very special year. The 7 participants in this year's program as we all know, out of Forestburg, out of the theater, to life l'chaim. The 7 participants in this year's program were involved in a variety of projects, including installing fencing, painting and repair of buildings, and landscaping at their properties. Each participant received a $1,000 seed grant and was invited to take part in a unique educational program regarding religious laws that identify a person's responsibility to safeguard and to develop the earth. As part of the Community Mitzvah program, each property is also visited weekly to observe the general care and maintenance, including beautification efforts in the absence of litter. Thank you to Steering Committee member Ruby Gold for volunteering her time in her inimitable way to collect these observations, which helped guide the judge's decisions.
As each participant is called, please have a representative come on stage to be recognized. The seasonal communities in the 2018 Community Mitzvah Award Contest are American Theological in Kayamisha Lake, Camp Benos Ahavas Israel in Liberty, Camp Hask in Parksville, Camp Silver Lake in Woodridge, Green Acres in Liberty, Aha Baruch in Monticello, Pine Tree Bungalows in Monticello.
American Theological?
Last Wednesday, a team of judges toured 4 finalists and met with camp personnel. The judges were Rabbi Shlomi Deren from Congregation Esrath Israel Chabad in Ellenville, New York, and longtime Sullivan Renaissance Judge Mary Lewis. Thank you, Rabbi Deren and Mary. These are their results.
The winner of the Judge's Choice Award in the amount of $1,000 Avas Israel. The winner of the third place award in the amount of $3,000 is Camp Hass.
Okay. Which one?
The winner of the first place award because of its major improvement, as evidenced by the before and after photos in the amount of $7,500, is Ol Baruch. Truly true to its name, a tent of blessing. The winner of the first place award because its beautification projects went above and beyond it and in the amount of $7,500 is Pine Tree Bungalows. Congratulations to everyone, and may you continue to see success and enjoyment in good works coming from your camps and wonderful summers at your bungalow colonies.
Good evening. I'm Ann Louise Scandariato, and I'm going to invite our volunteer corps to the stage now. Come on, guys. Come on up. Marjorie Moore said, "Volunteering is the ultimate exercise in democracy. You vote in elections once a year, but when you volunteer, you vote every day about the kind of community you want to live in." You're awesome right there. Look out to all the people. Excellent. The Sullivan Renaissance Volunteer Corps is a group of inspired, community-minded ambassadors who offer vital assistance to the Sullivan Renaissance program. It connects volunteers with area places and with one another while instilling pride in local participation and in Sullivan County communities. Nope, you can't touch that. Look forward. You're awesome. You're awesome, Pat. Volunteers provide support through gardening, office assistance, outreach, co-leading classes, and much more. The Volunteer Corps does it all. I'm delighted to introduce the members of the 2018 Sullivan Renaissance Volunteer Corps, who will also receive certificates of recognition at our annual appreciation gathering. All our volunteer corps, I'm going to read the name off. When I read your name, please give a big wave to be recognized. Tommy Abelson. Sylvia Badowski. Janet Barberite. Tara Burns. We're a very shy crew. Patrick Chesley. Brian Connolly. I have to make room and let Jeffrey come forward. Jeffrey Connolly. Melinda Cormier. I'm going to let Khadidra Diaz. Karen Ellswig. Craig Eversley. Rebecca Friedman. Nate Garner. Dennis Houston. Martha Johnson. Karen Caridian. Lisa King. Regina LaCantena. Sheila Lazinski. Stephen Lyles. Mary Mancuso. Mark Makowski. Catherine Makowski. Beth Mastro. Diane Moss. Brianna Neforis. Devin Neforis. Maggie Neforis. Anthony Pagani. Rose Patty. Nelson Perez. Ida Richter. Kim Ross. Alfonso Russell. Russell Shire. Edward Schutte. Maggie Tuttle Schutte. Kara Schutte. Frederick Schutte. Christian Serapio. Almost said it wrong. Brenda Sherman. Gifford Shriver. Yolanda Suida. Kaylee Tennyson. Francis Olbrich. All right, one last round of applause for our volunteers. Thank you so much, volunteers. If you could make your way off the stage. Excellent job. Also with us this evening, Mark McCarthy from the Sullivan County Legislature. Also, I would like to let you know this evening that we are Facebook Live through the Time Herald Record. Woohoo is right. My role at Sullivan Renaissance also includes working with our internship program that combines paid summer employment with leadership development through hands-on service learning and discussion of community topics. Through heat, humidity, wind, and rain, these dedicated young people make a tremendous positive impact in their communities. The internship program is a partnership between Sullivan Renaissance, the Center for Workforce Development, and the Sullivan County personnel. At this time, I would like to invite Liz Tucker from our media partner, the Sullivan County Democrat, to help recognize our interns. So it is my pleasure to introduce this year's interns. Mikhail Baptiste from Calhoun Business Association. Sebastian Deo from the town of Tustin. Michaela DeGraw from the town of Fallsburg. Nathaniel DePaul from Livingston Manor Renaissance. Jared Hellerer from Swan Lake Renaissance. Haley Colvenbach from town of Lumberland Parks and Recreation. Arlie Marin Leon from the village of Jeffersonville. Cheyenne Matulowicz from Never Sink Renaissance. Morgan Mitchell from the town of Thompson. Benjamin Quackenbush from the town of Liberty. Amanda Workmeister, who is from SUNY Sullivan. And unable to be here tonight to join us was Parker Rosenkrantz from the town of Rockland. And Emily Carey from the village of Woodridge. Let's get you all in there for a great picture. Thank you for all your great work. Woohoo! Nathaniel DePaul has participated in our program since 2016. He will speak about his experience working in Livingston Manor.
Good evening. My name, as Anne-Louise said, is Nathaniel DePaul. I'm a 3-year veteran of the Sullivan Renaissance intern program assigned to Livingston Manor Renaissance, and I am also the youth liaison to the Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee. And I have been given the opportunity to share some of the highlights of my experience over these past years. I should start off with the disclaimer that this is unlike any other intern program you're familiar with. When I think of an intern, I think of someone shadowing a business professional while doing all of their grunt work for little to no pay with either a business casual uniform or a suit on. As a Renaissance intern, your uniform consists of a Sullivan Renaissance t-shirt, work boots, and jeans. And your workplace is outdoors at the Sullivan Renaissance project you've been assigned to. And the pay is pretty decent. However, the part that this internship shares with other programs is the professional development aspect. We have weekly meetings at CVI building, and I suspect they are far more fun than normal professional development meetings. Just this year, we had presentations from Dan Depew and Trevor Peachy, who inspired us to create positive change in our communities and in ourselves. We even take field trips sometimes, visiting places like the Makers Lab in Hurleyville, the new Urgent Care Center in Monticello, and the Resorts World Catskills, before the construction was finished about 2 years ago. At these places, we heard from those who helped make the projects happen, and a common theme emerged from every presentation. Each manager, owner, or employee all emphasized that the reason they built that place or worked there was to better their community, to make the town and county they call home a place they can be proud of. And that comes back to the whole unspoken purpose of the intern program. It wasn't until my second year that I figured out that Sullivan Renaissance had an ulterior motive, beyond just giving kids a summer job and giving deserving projects a free worker. Renaissance is building a force of community-minded, Sullivan County proud young people who are going to go away to school, learn invaluable professional skills, maybe even travel the country, and then when all of that is said and done, they will end up coming right back to Sullivan County and bringing their new world knowledge and investing it here. At least that's the hope. And that's what it's all about. We're building a sense of community pride in our young people so that when they are deciding where they want to live, they pick good old reliable Sullivan County. And why wouldn't they? There are so many great things happening here, quite a few of which Renaissance is the driving force behind. And I can attest to the effectiveness of this process. It worked on me. Before I started the intern program, if someone had asked freshman me where I was going to live after college, I probably would have said anywhere but Sullivan County. Now, I can really see myself coming home after my time at SUNY Albany is over. And if I'm the only intern who feels this way, which I doubt, then the program has worked. If even just one intern decides to come home because of their experience, then it was a success. So I'd like to thank the gardening grandmas, as they call themselves, of Livingston Manor, as well as everyone at Sullivan Renaissance for giving me the opportunity to take a small part in this wonderful program. I sincerely hope to see the intern program continue for as long as I'm around. Thank you, and enjoy the remainder of tonight's ceremonies.
Nathaniel, what an inspirational comments that you made, and we're going to hold you to it. We want you back. And to all the young people that have just spoken, what an inspiration. I'm Kathy Davidoff, a member of the Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee, and along with Karen Ellswig, I had the pleasure of driving the judges to tour the projects that received maintenance grants this year. The Maintenance Grant Program provides support for maintenance of previously funded beautification projects at a single location, such as churches, schools, libraries, and other community institutions. This year, 13 groups received up to $500 each. Some also received additional funding for capital improvement. These groups are competing for a total of $4,500 in Showing a Flower awards. The maintenance grant projects were judged by Mary Lewis and Peter Patel. Mary Lewis is the founder of the garden design firm Barncroft and is the past president of the Garden Club of Orange and Dutchess counties. Peter is a certified nursery landscape professional and owner of Arbor Heights Designs. He is also a certified arborist for the Orange County Arboretum and a member of the Tri-County Nursery Association. What great credentials we have for our judges. Please join me in welcoming Sullivan Renaissance Judge Mary Lewis and media partner Jonathan Fox from the River Reporter to the stage to recognize this year's participants.
Thank you, Kathy. Hello. Thank you so much for inviting me to your beautiful Sullivan County home this past weekend. When I moved to Orange County 38 years ago, I made many trips through Sullivan County on my way to someplace else. That's when I fell in love with your landscape. 16 years ago, I was invited to stay for a long weekend as a Sullivan Renaissance judge. And that's when I fell in love with you. Over these past 16 years, you have shared with me your hospitality, your vision, your passions, your humor, and your willingness to say yes, to work hard to bring together positive change and what changes you have brought. To paraphrase Mr. Rogers, you have created many beautiful days in this neighborhood. Yeah. I hope you are really proud. I hope you're really proud of yourselves for saying yes. So, now on to the rest of the program. Please note your place in the program and join us on stage as your project is called. This year's maintenance grant participants are Bats for Veterans in Liberty. Yeah, they should be coming up. So I can do this now. Yep. Eldred Central School, unfortunately, they will not be here this evening to join us. the Ethelbert B. Crawford Library in Monticello, Forestburg Playhouse, also unfortunately unable to join us, Canosa Lake United Methodist Church, Liberty United Methodist Church, Literacy Volunteers of Sullivan County in Monticello, Livingston Manor United Methodist Church, the Loomis Area Neighborhood Watch in Liberty, Miles's Cemetery, St. John's Episcopal Church in Monticello. They're unable to join us this evening. St. Peter's Church in Monticello. And finally, St. Peter's Regional School in Liberty. So let's give them one more big round of applause for all that they have done. Yay! Peter and I had a blast this weekend driving around Sullivan, actually being driven around Sullivan County. We evaluated each project based on an abundance of colorful flowers, what we like to call the wow factor. And we were wowed. We had the difficult task of deciding which groups would be recognized in the form of Judges' Choice Awards and who would win the Best Overall Showing of Flowers award of $3,000. So now it's time. Jonathan will help announce the Judges' Choice Award winners.
Will I?
Will you?
Okay.
All right, so here we go. The first Judges' Choice Award in the amount of $500 is awarded to
Loomis Area Neighborhood Watch.
No? No, that's right. No, that's right.
All
That's
right.
right. That's right. Sorry.
It's your order.
Yeah, they're in order. Okay. Yeah,
Here we go.
Yep. Okay. Are we ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The second Judges' Choice Award of $500 is awarded to
Bats for Veterans Planting of Annuals. That you? Here we go. Thank you very much. I can't even read this.
the third Judges' Choice Award of $500 is awarded to
The E.B. Crawford Library. Continue to the announcement. Here we go. Congratulations.
and the Best Overall Showing of Flowers Award in the amount of $3,000. The envelope, please.
The Forestburg Playhouse.
I don't think
They're not here.
Nope, not here. Thank you so much.
Hello, I am Clou Pardue, a member of the Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee, and I am happy to be here this evening to help recognize participants in the Garden Grant Program. The Garden Grant Program provides funding to create new gardens and beautification projects at a single location, such as sign gardens, building landscaping, or small public parks. This year, 10 groups received initial grants of up to $1,500 each and will be competing for a total of $12,000 in prizes and awards. Maintenance grants projects were judged by Ann Smith and Michael Sweeten. Ann Smith is an avid gardener who served on the board of the Cornwall Garden Club and works at DeWitt's Garden and Supply in New Windsor. Michael Sweeten is a certified nursery professional and co-owner of Technique Growers Greenhouses, who is currently serving his 4th term as the Town of Warwick Supervisor. Please join me in welcoming Sullivan Renaissance judges Ann Smith and Michael Sweeten, along with media partner Eddie Wilson from Bold Gold Media Group, to the stage to recognize this year's participants.
Okay, so who's excited? Anybody? You should be, because I'm not sure you've taken the time to recognize you are part of something really special, and that's the rebirth of Sullivan County. When Ann and I have been judging for quite a while, we saw baby steps each year. Now, when we came back this year, the steps are like the speed of light. It's amazing, the spirit, the change in the communities, the opportunities are abound here in Sullivan County. It's amazing, and you should be very proud of it because it's all part of what you do every single day to make this a great place. So congratulations to everybody. Now here's what you're here for. So please note your place in the program and join us on stage as your name is called. So this year's Garden Grant participants are Berryville Chamber of Commerce for a welcome sign garden in Berryville. All right, Ann.
Catskill Fly Fishing Museum, Walkway Landscaping, Livingston Manor.
The Dynamite Youth Center, Peace Petal Garden in Fallsburg.
Hebrew Day School, Phase 3, Entry Landscaping, Kayamisha Lake.
Hudson River Healthcare, Dental Clinic Landscaping in Monticello.
Canosa Lake. Oh, you're going to wait. Canosa Lake 4-H Hummingbirds, Butterfly Garden, Callicoon Center.
Monticello Elks Club, 1544, Sign Garden, Monticello.
Monticello United Methodist Church, Parsonage Landscaping, Monticello.
And the St. James Episcopal Church Driveway and Entry Landscaping, Callicoon, who unfortunately can't be with us tonight.
And we have St. Peter's Church of Liberty, Church Sign Garden, Liberty.
So let's hear it for everybody here. Great job. Now, unfortunately, Ann and I had a terrible time because everybody was great. We did select some winners, though, and we're going to give you the first Judge's Choice Award for Best Building Enhancement in the amount of $1,000, and the winner is
Hudson River
Healthcare. The next Judge's Choice Award in the amount of $1,000 for the Best New Sign Garden is
St. Peter's Church of Liberty.
Liberty. And our final Judge's Choice Award for the Best Community Entrance Garden in the amount of $1,000 goes to
Berryville Chamber
of Commerce. Congratulations. You stay on script here. The best overall showing of flowers. This is, again, it really needs to wow you, needs to knock your socks off. It needs to just give you this incredible visual the first time you see it. And the winner of the $3,000 Showing of Flowers Award goes to
Canusa Lake
4-H Hummingbirds. Give them the sign, yeah. Okay. Congratulations. Great job. So the third place award for the Garden Grant Program in the amount of $1,000 is awarded to the Monticello Elks Club, 1544. And the second place award of $2,000 is awarded to the United Methodist Church of Monticello. And first place in the garden category in the amount of $3,000 is awarded to Dynamite Youth Center.
Thank you, one and all. Congratulations. You may be seated. If I may, real quick. Speaking for Bold Gold Media Group, I'm Eddie Wilson. Mornings on 95.9 VOS-FM, together with Paul Siliberto from Thunder 102 and Jen DeRocher at 98.3 WSUL, the voices you hear in the morning. I also wish to quickly acknowledge someone who is in charge of the news. He's the director. If you're anyone who's, let's say, age 40 or over, you know his voice, you know his name. Mike Sakella is with us in the audience. I just want to give it up for Mike. And just briefly point out, this is the second time I've had the chance, the privilege to speak very quickly. Of course, Bold Gold Media Group is honored and pleased to be doing what we are doing in what capacity we can do for Sullivan Renaissance and to keep things going and growing. And that is just wonderful. 18 years have gone by. I've been in the county 20 years now as a resident. I've grown myself, also, which I need to work on, not a good thing. But for what we're talking about here, growth is a very good thing. I picked up the Sullivan County Democrat section there, not just earlier today, but this morning, so I could get a look and just saw how thicker and fuller it was. And I don't mean the stock paper that was used from the Democrat, but the number of entries that have just grown as well. And it's just a wonderful reflection. And again, it's patting ourselves on the back as to what we're doing and helping each other. And just to emphasize that again, just keep going and keep growing.
Good evening. I'm Jerry Skoda. I'm a member of the steering committee for Sullivan Renaissance forever.
Good evening. I'm Jackie Leventoff, and I've also been here forever as part of the Renaissance Steering Committee. And on Saturday, I had the pleasure and the honor of driving the judges to tour the projects that received the Community Beautification Grants. The Community Beautification Grant Program provides funding for community-wide beautification projects that are more than just one location. This includes the creation of new projects and the maintenance of previous ones. This year, 10 groups received initial grants of up to $2,500 each and will be competing for a total of $32,000.
Community beautification grants projects were judged by Donna Harrison and Nancy Proyak. Donna Harrison has an extensive background in community services and horticulture, having served as a judge with the American in Bloom and its Canadian counterpart, Communities in Bloom. Nancy Proyak has been the president of the Orange County Citizens Foundation since 2006. Prior to that, she had a public relations consulting firm serving the nonprofit, governmental, and private sectors, and is active in both the town of Cornwall and Leadership Orange. I can tell you that I drove these two judges last year, and they're fantastic people, and they did a great job of judging. I'm sure they did it again this year. Please join us in welcoming Les Christ from the Christ Company to help recognize this year's participants.
Please note your place in the program and join us on stage as your project is called. This year's Community Beautification Grant participants are Callicoon Business Association, Callicoon Beautification. Jeffersonville Gems, Paint the Town Pink. Hurleyville Sullivan First, Hurleyville Beautification.
Watch that.
Liberty Central School District, Art Works. Livingston Manor Renaissance, Livingston Manor Beautification. Lumberland Parks and Recreation, Pride of Lumberland. Never Sink Renaissance, Never Sink Beautification. Swan Lake Renaissance, Swan Lake Beautification. Town of Forestburg, Welcome Signs and Beautification. Last is White Sulphur Springs, Sullivan First, Banners and Beautification. And just please help me and thank and tell all of these people up here that they're all winners, and we're all winners for the work that they did.
The judges evaluated each project based on a criteria including beautification, collaboration, and susceptibility. Before we give out the awards, though, I'd like to just say a few words, if you will. Success is not a destination. Success is a journey. I have had the pleasure and honor to be part of the Sullivan Renaissance journey from its inception 18 years ago. From the moment Sullivan Renaissance was announced those many years ago, it was a success. Sullivan Renaissance was and still is a symbol of hope and a vehicle for renewal for our beauty and our attitude in Sullivan County. Sullivan Renaissance allows us to use our ingenuity in a most positive manner while continuing to morph and to expand. Our journey has taken us to pretty much every possible locale in our beautiful county. It has taken us to businesses, to fire companies, to villages, to churches, to synagogues, to camps, to entire townships. Best of all, this journey has taken us deep into our hearts to help us embrace our county's natural beauty and embrace all the people who want to help show it off. As the years have gone by, Sullivan Renaissance has added new nuances, new facets, new elements to expand its purpose and its impact. A few years ago, a category for camps was added, then a major monetary award in recognition for municipalities, and this last year or so we have Sullivan 180, a major initiative to enhance the health of our county. The results of our efforts have not only enhanced the beauty around us, they have enhanced our attitude towards each other and to those visiting us here. Hopefully, the new ventures that are growing in Sullivan County, Bethel Woods, Resorts World International, Yo One, and many others, can see how our county now shines, whereas not too many years ago, it was beginning to lose its luster. As with any successful journey, there is much hard work to do on the way. Each year, that hard work brings new results that stimulates the desire to continue. I look forward to being part of the successful journey called Sullivan Renaissance for many, many more years to come. As I turn around the room, it is obvious that I am accompanied by the desire of all of you to continue on this journey as well. I welcome your company as we all go forward together. Thank you. Okay. The winner of the Judge's Choice Award for the Community Outreach and Participation in the amount of $1,000 is... It is Swan Lake Renaissance. All right. The winner of the Judge's Choice Awards for Inspiring Young Leaders in the amount of $1,000 is Liberty Central School District. The winner of the Judge's Choice Award for Reclamation of the Riverbank at Callicoon Creek Park in the amount of $1,000 is Callicoon Business Association. All right, we're getting a little more serious here. The winner of the Best Overall Showing of Flowers for Community Grants in the amount of $5,000 is the Jeffersonville Gems. All right. Third place in the community category in the amount of $5,000 is Livingston Manor. All righty. We're getting there. The second place in the community category in the amount of $7,000 is Lumberland Parks and Recreation. Woo! Where'd you guys put that last envelope? Oh, here it is. Okay. First place in the community category in the amount of $12,000. Never Sink Renaissance. Woo! Yeah.
Let's have a big hand for all the participants in the community grant program. Thank you. And now for the big bucks.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Barry Lewis. I'm the executive editor of the Times Herald Record and a member of the Sullivan Renaissance Steering Committee. And you may have heard that some folks have been up here saying that they used to drive the judges around, or they have done over the course of the weekend. Well, I used to have the pleasure of driving the judges to visit project sites. For some reason, they won't let me do that anymore. I didn't realize the bridge was out. Things happen. The Municipal Partnership Grant Program engages local governments in beautifying and maintaining public spaces, enhancing code enforcement, and building healthy communities. This year, 5 municipalities received initial grants of up to $25,000, and each will be competing for over $400,000 in prizes and awards.
Planner and Assistant Director here at Sullivan Renaissance. Thank you. I've been working in communities for about 25 years now, and I've been working very closely with these municipal officials over the past 6 months and for several years kind of going back there. And I have to say, I've never seen locally elected officials, work so hard, get dirty, pick up litter. We'll actually see a picture of Bill Reber actually picking up litter. Well, he might have been, I was going to say he was eating a donut, but it was kind of, he was there, so it's good. So rather than me list all of their accomplishments, we're going to ask each of them to come up one at a time and just speak briefly in their own words about the impact that this program has had on their community. So first, we're going to start with the town of Fallsburg. Steve? And then we'll do the rest of the thing.
Thank you very much, Ellen. Thank you, everyone. I did very little, but we have a team that did an amazing job. We did a lot with our zoning code this year. We did some work in our parking lots in Woodburn. We did a bunch of rail trail work. We did the Peace Walk again this year, only got almost twice as big. We had just an amazing, amazing job of planting and gardening. And all that gets done on a townwide basis by our Parks Department, and it's led by Molly Messenger and Linda Ingber. They really spearhead it. They're amazing. But I say this every year, and I mean it more and more, I think, every year. This Renaissance thing, as it started 18 years ago, I was late to the party, and I didn't really buy in right away. But man, the community involvement, the spread of energy that happens, and now the private investment that follows the public investment. It's done amazing things in Fallsburg. It's done amazing things in Sullivan County, and it is probably the best single thing, to happen to us throughout this time, because it changed the way we think. It changed the way we think about our communities. It changed the way we look at our communities. It changed our perspective. And for that, I thank Alan and Sandra and everyone at Renaissance. It's an amazing project an amazing program to be part of. Our project really showed what was best about Fallsburg, and I'm really thankful to my team, and I'm thankful to be part of it.
Next, the town of Liberty.
Good evening. Town of Liberty Supervisor Brian Work unfortunately cannot attend tonight's Renaissance event, but asked Councilman Vincent McPhillips and I to represent the Town of Liberty and relay his message in his absence. Greetings. I wish I could be with you this evening, but who better to deliver this message than my assistant, my partner in every detail, and tireless Renaissance advocate, Carrie Ann Poley. When asked what impact the 2018 Renaissance experience has had on Liberty, we note the following things: new bonds, Strong relationships have been formed between individuals and organizations throughout the town that may not have existed but for these projects. For instance, our Parksville Rail Trail project connected an entire hamlet with the town government, and I believe created a relationship where the town government knows they can count on Parksville residents as a resource for community improvement, and the Parksville residents know that the town government is working for them and that they can count on the town. Many other strong bonds have been built, including the Spirit of Liberty group that keep the government officials on their toes, but are also willing to roll up their sleeves and get work done. Pride, enthusiasm, and expectations. The beautification projects through the downtown area are symbols that Liberty has a renewed sense of pride in their surroundings, and it is expected that this will continue to build enthusiasm among our residents. Our code enforcement initiatives have already started to yield results in this area, and our community's expectation has already started to shift, where we will not tolerate garbage strewn on the roads and buildings decaying beyond repair. Pride and enthusiasm is building and will continue to build as residents and property owners follow the lead of our Sullivan Renaissance Crusaders. Hope. As the county is beginning to flourish and Liberty finally starts to see visible improvements, largely inspired by Renaissance, and a few persons with vision, there is a renewed sense of hope that our community can participate in the economic activity around us and build the first-rate town that we so deserve. Confidence. Perhaps the most important, that despite Liberty's aggressive Sullivan Renaissance agenda with 4 major projects in 4 different locations, we showed the residents, town departments, county observers, and ourselves in the supervisor's office that we can accomplish great things without always asking the taxpayers to foot the bill. The Sullivan Renaissance experience leaves us with a can-do attitude, and you will continue to see Liberty rise in stature because of it. To the Gary Foundation and to all the folks at Sullivan Renaissance, thank you for this golden opportunity. Most sincerely, Brian P. Rourke, Town of Liberty Supervisor.
Next, please welcome the Town of Thompson.
I don't know, Helen always tells me to keep it short. What Sullivan Renaissance means to the town of Thompson is what it means to the county. It brings people together, it energizes people. We have volunteers in the hundreds throughout the county, probably in the hundreds in the town of Thompson alone, who come back year after year and continue to work. We've got new people coming in. We've got people who were here when it started coming back and participating. And the energy and the improvements and the enduring increase in the quality of life for Sullivan County, for the town of Thompson, for us all here as a family is phenomenal. I owe a great deal of thanks, and I think the town, everybody in this room, to the Garys for bringing this about and for their amazing staff, especially people like Helen, who doggedly push you to get things done and keep you pumped up and smiling and happy and looking toward the end goal of really making the area a more beautiful, pleasant, and quality place to live. I want to thank all the amazing volunteers that I have in the town of Thompson. I'm not going to start to name them now or anybody else, because last year I missed a couple of people and I'm still guilty about it. But I have to tell you, I am blessed with the most amazing people in the town of Thompson, the most amazing staff of employees who give plenty of personal time and energy and commitment and thoughts and ideas to getting things done. We have an amazing town to live in. We're fortunate to have a lot of growth in the town of Thompson, which is, I hope, driving the economy of this county and the future growth of this county. And I think we're going to have improvements here and a quality of life improvement that's going to endure for generations. So thank you all so very much, and I appreciate your time.
Next, we're going to hear from the Town of Tustin.
Hello, everyone. I'm waiting for our fabulous intern, Sebastian, to come up as well. Everyone from the town of Tustin that's here, would you please stand? We are a small town, but we have fabulous volunteers, and here are a few right there. 6 months ago, I could say municipal partnership, but frankly, I didn't get it. It took working on this municipal partnership grant. It's a perfect name. We're all small rural communities, but our best asset is our residents. Our residents are in volunteer groups, and those volunteer groups lead us to success in many areas of our towns. Number one, of course, is beautification. In Tustin, or Narrowsburg, as most of you know us, we have the Narrowsburg Beautification Group that has participated in the Renaissance program since the inception. We have the Tustin Youth Commission, which is kind of new to the Renaissance program, but boy, did they work hard. And all of our volunteer groups lead to the success of beautification, energy efficiency, and safety and well-being. This municipal partnership grant gave us great opportunity. I, as an elected official, now know many things. I know what financial resources are necessary to maintain Narrowsburg's beauty and development. I now know what manpower resources are necessary to maintain Narrowsburg or Tustin's beauty and development. You can be sure during budget time there will be a little extra for all of these great things. In the meantime, in Tustin, we will continue partnership relationships. Thank you.
Finally, we're going to hear from the village of Woodridge.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Joan Collins, the mayor of the village of Woodridge, and I'm here tonight with our village clerk and project manager and idea person, Myra Bennett. What we did this year was a vision of Myra's since we got our dam back in 2016. 19 years ago, we lost it. We lost our lake, which was a vital part of Krieger Park in Woodridge. Now that we had it back, Myra had a vision, and with our village staff and volunteers, we made it come together. We've been working on our rail trail, and a good portion of it runs parallel to Krieger Park. With the emphasis on the healthy communities, we felt this was the ideal time to tie the two locations together. We added enhancements that would focus on healthy bodies and healthy minds, and our residents, staff, and volunteers are very excited about what we've accomplished. For anyone who's interested in hiking, biking, fishing, boating, picnicking, exercising, or simply relaxing, Woodridge is now a destination. As you walk or bike along the rail trail, you can take a new pathway down to Krieger Park, where you can exercise on adult exercise equipment, relax in the meditation garden, or drop a boat into the lake and do some fishing. Next to the meditation garden, we installed new picnic tables and barbecue grills and a beach area for fishing and allowing the boats to go into the lake. Going back on the rail trail, you can head towards Mountaindale, and when you reach Silver Lake Road, you would take a slight detour to our reflection park, which is located adjacent to the dam. And this is another great spot to enjoy water features, relax, put a boat in the lake, or fish. The rail trail follows the exact path of the old O&W and traverses through the center of the village and leads to another section at the Veterans Park of the rail trail that ends at the Neversink River. Along this section, you can see some new parks that we've added, thanks to Sullivan Renaissance over the past several years. Centerville Station Park, a new lilac garden, and both places are a way to rest, relax, and enjoy the beautiful scenery. Continuing through the village, you will see a number of lovely plantings and small gardens as you head to the rail trail entrance at Veterans Park. The enhancements as a result of Sullivan Renaissance projects this year have been a wonderful improvement to our growing village. They provide interesting and healthy options to incorporate into a walk along the rail trail. The enthusiasm of our staff was contagious and has affected our residents and visitors as they regularly checked on our progress. This has and will continue to bring our community closer together as they enjoy the new facilities side by side and get to know their neighbors and make new friends. I want to take a moment to thank our staff. They put their all into this project under some extremely difficult weather conditions and let nothing stop them. Each obstacle was met with a solution or an alternative plan. Myra Bennett, the master planner, John Baker, Scott Tyler, Charlie Hotel and Brooke Cookingham, Gary Sanabria, Wayne Fuller, Patrick Smith, Chris Petula, Nancy Shunk, Brenda Cohen, Charlie Tyler, and Billy O'Neill. We also had an outstanding intern from Sullivan Renaissance this year who couldn't be with us tonight because she's touring colleges, Emily Carey. And our volunteers, led by Sue Kosowski, and our code enforcement department from the town of Fallsburg, Molly Messenger and Greg Petula. They were just wonderful, and nothing stopped them. And Mr. and Mrs. Gary, we wouldn't have been able to come this far without your help and without Sullivan Renaissance and your outstanding staff. Thank you so much.
Congratulations to all the municipalities, and thank you for your hard work and for all the hard work of everyone in this room. I am very proud to be a resident of Sullivan County, and thank you for making it such a beautiful place to live. The Municipal Partnership Grant projects were judged by Nicole Franzi, Michael Newhart, and Deborah Sweeten. Nicole Franzi is a community planner who has served as the director of the Delaware County Planning Department for 16 years. Michael Newhart is currently serving his 4th term as mayor of the village of Warwick, a community that has won both the America in Bloom and the International Communities in Bloom beautification competition. Deborah Sweeten is the president and co-owner of Technique Growers Greenhouses and is one of the original founders of Warwick in Bloom. Please join me in welcoming Sullivan Renaissance judges Michael Newhart and Deborah Sweeten to help announce this year's winners.
Good evening, everyone. It's getting tense in here. This has been a wonderful time and experience for us as judges. It was a tremendous amount of work, hard work, because the stakes are high and the projects are big and the projects are complex. They're more than just flowers. They're about community building. You know, one of the things I did notice, because I have been a judge for many years, that some of those early volunteers really are community advocates, and suddenly they're elected officials. How did that happen, Jane? Where's Melinda? And I think that's a great progression. I think it's an important progression because it's beginning as a volunteer, you get a sense of where you start. You get a sense of the dirt. You get a sense of the grunt work and what it takes. And, you know, building up through time and becoming more efficient, more proficient, and seeing how you can actually affect your community and change your community, transform your community, well, that's a wonderful thing. And that's why Sullivan Renaissance is a powerful catalyst and motivator, and it's changed the face of Sullivan County. Absolutely. So,
I think it's me.
I think it's you.
Okay. I just want to say that it was a privilege to be a municipal judge this year, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. I loved meeting everybody, and I loved seeing all the projects. It was very difficult. So moving on, it's my pleasure to announce the winner of the Best Overall Showing of Flowers category in the municipal. And it is, no, that's not it. Here it is. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Okay. All right, Showing of Flowers, and it's in the amount of $5,000. I'll let you say it.
Okay.
It is
The Village of Woodridge. One of our judges is not a complete horticulturalist. And when we drove into Woodridge, her first reaction was, "Look at this! Wow!" So
We finally got the wow factor.
you sure did. You sure did. And she was one to impress. So we use her as our litmus test for wow. So.
okay. So now we have the. You want to do this one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. This year, we also added a Judge's Choice Award, and it's my pleasure to announce the Judge's Choice Award. The winner of the Judge's Choice Award was chosen for its youth engagement in the Children's Garden. The winner of the award in the amount of $5,000 is the town of Tustin.
Well, now it's getting very exciting. Yes, I want to thank all the municipalities. You've done a tremendous amount of work. We realize all the effort that goes into it. And 18 years ago, when we first started Renaissance, we worked with Ted Blows from Canada, who is the head of Communities in Bloom. And Sullivan Renaissance is a very grassroots organization. It comes from the bottom up. And he would always say to me, every single year, you must engage the municipalities. And now I know why he said that, because so much work gets done, and it's gone from grassroots, and it still is, and now we have engaged our leadership. So thank you very much. And one of our partners that has made this so effective with the motivation of the marvelous grants that she's able to bring back into Sullivan County and help you with your work is Aileen Gunther, and please come up, Aileen.
So first of all, I'm again happy to be here, and I want to thank everybody in the audience for all the work you do to make Sullivan County a great place to live and raise a family. And it's all because of you and the work and your participation. So give yourself a round of applause. And I'm going to say my friend and a wonderful woman who had vision. We want to thank you, Sandra, and also Alan, for all of the work that you've done. So I had a very long speech written, but unfortunately, John Bonasek took it with him in all the excitement. So I guess right now what I think I'm going to do is announce who the winner of the $250,000 Golden Feather Award, and it is the Town of Liberty. Congratulations. Oh, my God.
Okay. I think we're
Okay.
Okay. So, can I do
Go
this
ahead.
one?
Yep.
with Tim?
Yep.
Okay. Well, if you were sleeping, they just said a drum roll. Congratulations. Congratulations to Liberty. Excellent work. Tough competition, but extraordinary work. And you're changing the face of Liberty in a very short period of time. The next award is for the Silver Feather Award in the amount of $50,000. And it's called the Tim Stoddard Award. And we were very excited about giving this particular award to the recipient in honor of Tim. Tim was a fellow judge, very much part of the Renaissance family, and he loved the communities of Sullivan County, grew up here, but he also loved flowers, and he loved the way that a community looked and the way a community can be truly beautiful. And so I want to announce the winner of the first Silver Feather Award. There are two. Okay. The Village of Woodridge. Congratulations, Joan and Myra. Beautiful work. Thank you. Okay.
Just to make it interesting, I'm going to be awarding the first Bronze Feather Award of $25,000. No drum roll, huh? Thank you. Everybody deserves a drum roll. And the winner is the town of Tustin.
And we have the second Silver Feather Award, and drum roll, please. And the winner of the Silver Feather Award, the second Silver Feather Award in the amount of $50,000 is the town of Thompson.
Okay. And the winner of the Bronze Feather Award, the second one, in the amount of $25,000, goes to the town of Fosburg. Yay!
Okay. Helen, I just want to say thank you for all that you do. You know, as a guest, as a judge, you are wonderful. You inspire us, you keep us going, and you give us lots of information that we need during that period of judging, and you are so invaluable to the organization. Thank you.
Thank you. Clearly, Michael went off script. So, congratulations to all the winning communities and to all the volunteers for all of your hard work this year and every year. More people than ever are visiting Sullivan County. I don't know if you've heard, but our sales tax revenues are up, so that's a good thing. People are spending money here. Your efforts are creating beautiful communities that will keep them coming back and spending more and more. A big thank you to the staff here at Bethel Woods for your hospitality, and to everyone from Granite Associates and the Gary Foundation for all the behind-the-scenes help that made tonight possible, and that will have to bring the streamers down off of the lights. Thank you to our judges for your time and expertise. Thank you to my fellow staff members for your dedication and hard work. And of course, a special thanks to Sandra and Alan for your generosity and unwavering commitment to improving Sullivan County. Sandra, Alan, and each and every one of you make up the soul of Sullivan County, and as the saying goes, one great, strong, unselfish soul in every community could actually redeem the world. Congratulations, good night, and have a safe trip home. Thank you.
There are angels here on earth, and I don't claim to be one, but I am humbled beyond words every time I see one reaching out and doing what I should have done in the name of love. Do something good for somebody. A helping hand holds the key, my friend. Do something good for somebody when you don't know what to do. Just do what you should. Do something good. The power of an act of love is more than just a favor. A chain reaction big enough to change this world forever. Look around, it don't take much